What is a project? This question is often asked, especially by new practitioners who are trying to transition from an operational environment to a project environment. At first, it seems that any endeavor of any type is a project. Every airline flight, every new report, every item off of the assembly line all appear as projects. As a result, many inexperienced practitioners attempt to apply operational principles and procedures to project management, leaving out many of the key considerations that make project management a discipline unto itself. According to the Project Management Institute, PMI, a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. It is clear from the definition that a project fits into specific criteria that allow us to know what is or is not a project. A project is temporary. A project has a distinct beginning and end. That is, a project starts at some point and finishes at some point. The periods outside of that window are not the project. Likewise, the resources used to accomplish the work of the project belong to that project. The temporary nature of a project creates an important distinction because it means that a person who is participating in the project for the time they are working on that project is not doing their usual operational job. A project produces unique results. Fundamentally, this means that any project is a change to the previous state of being. A project is often something that has not been done, at least by this organization, in this way. It includes new and different circumstances from the norm, new and different groups of people who may not usually work together, and uncommon procedures, which must all work toward accomplishing a singular goal. Notice that there are no size or cost constraints to the definition of a project. A single person can accomplish a project if it fits the definition, or it may require a cast of thousands. A project may consume a small handful of resources or even just a tiny amount of time, or it may require a significant portion of the gross domestic product, GDP, of an entire nation. The only requirement is that an effort begins at an identifiable point in time, creates some kind of change, and then ends at an identifiable point in time. There are a lot of different ways to manage projects, what we call methodologies, but every project depends on 4 key aspects that align with the dynamics affecting the project. These are the 4 P's of plan, process, people, and power. The first P, plan, involves all the planning and forecasting activities that we use to try to project what is going to happen during the project. Planning exhibits our understanding of the project variables such as budget, schedule, resources, risks, etc. It is in most respects what we intend to do through the project lifecycle if nothing goes wrong. The second P, process, is how we are going to approach the execution and oversight of our project. Process includes the various procedures that we will use to assign and manage resources, as well as our method of determining whether the project is accomplishing the intent. Process also covers how we track the different types of variance that we might have in any of our plans. The third P, people, includes all of the dynamic interactions of the human beings involved in our project. It includes our means and methods of communicating and collaborating, as well as the limitations of culture and distance. Considerations under this heading also involve the relationships, internal and external, among the project participants that can affect the project. The fourth P, power, encompasses all of the formal and informal means of manipulating the resources and direction of the project. Power includes everything from the direct sort of power someone has when they control the project budget to the indirect sort of power illustrated by corporate politics and who might be upset by aspects of the project. As you can see, a project is about any novel effort and includes as much mindset as it is structure in development and execution. Later in this series, we will cover phased project execution as one of our methodologies, and you may have the opportunity to attend programs in our incremental methodologies, such as Agile and Scrum. Check out all of our degree and professional education programs at www.harrisburgu.edu.